Okay, so today in this video we are going over how to create a proxy server with a paper server. Now, paper server is actually the ideal server jar to run because it's less laggy. So what I have here is just basically an empty file just called proxy. File's right here. And what we're just going to do is we're just going to create two files. Doesn't matter what they're called. I'm just going to call it network. Network. Create a new one called lobby. Now these can be whatever you want it to be. These can be whatever name. You know what? Let's just use that for an example. Oh, wrong window. That's also a wrong window. As you can see, I already downloaded it. This link will be in the description down below. papermc.io. I believe this is a proxy as well. I never used it before. I think it's basically better than waterfall. I'm not sure. I usually use velocity, which right now velocity is actually being prepared for Minecraft. Wasn't actually meant for Minecraft till someone just went ahead and coded one for Minecraft, and it's actually worked pretty good. Just the fact you can't disable forge, like that's why I use waterfall. Waterfall fixes all the security issues with Bungie, so Bungie's out of the picture. Now, as you can see, we got the jar, and we're just going to go into this one server, and I'm just gonna still the server.bat. You know what? It's like a thought. How about I just copy the coding and just show you how to do it? You know what? Yeah. Now, this coding right here actually makes it so if the server does end up crashing and you're away from it, it automatically restarts it. So we're just going to create a text document. Whatever you do not name it yet. Don't name it. Just going to go ahead and go into here. This coding will be down in the description down below. This is already preset, so you don't have to worry about starting it up with more RAM. We're going to go here, save as, and actually we're going to go to all files. Encoding, I believe, yeah, we can leave that how it, no, just to be safe, we'll go with UTF-8. And we're just going to call it network.bat. Now, this name right here, it can be whatever you want. The main important thing is you just gotta make sure the .bat is like this, so you can use the command prompt, and as you can see, it's right here. So we're just gonna go ahead and start it up. Oh, okay. Oh, that's why. Just got to rename this. You gotta make sure the name is exactly spelled correctly in the file. Right here where it says waterfall.jar, it has to be spelled exactly like that. So we're just gonna start that up again. Click it. Let's see. Oh, I have a space on this. Or am I supposed to put a space? You know what? Let's just go ahead and just put the space. I think that's where I'm messing up, is that one space. Oh, that's where I pasted it in. Now, as you can see, it starts up perfectly. It's downloading the commands and models and things like that. that will be fixed. You'll define it as lobby, and as you can see, server's up on port 25577. Now what we're going to do is actually come over here to the lobby. We're going to do the exact same thing we've done for the bungee, or waterfall basically. Let's see if I can get rid of that. We're just going to change this right here to paper. Just going to save it. Fix the name. There we go. Now we're just going to click save as. Same way we done it. And then we're just going to call it lobby.bat. And this time I spelled it right. So it's going to start it up. It's going to download the original jar in here. Which this is the original jar, and then it's going to download a patch jar to patch the server jar right here itself. I tried to mess with the server itself just a hair, and it didn't work. I tried importing my own texture, then it didn't work. It caught on and re-downloaded it. Now it's patching the jar like it's saying. Then it should give you an eula.txt file that you need to accept. And also I suggest closing this when it ends up saying that, or else it's just going to keep loading. So as you can see, it's already creating the log. It's loading the libraries to the jar. There it goes. Now you're just going to set this to true. Make sure you save it, close it. And in here, we're just going to leave that for a second. We're going to go to here. We're going to go to config. Now we're going to configure this. Now this is where you disable forge. If this is set to true, you can enable forge. I don't want forge, so I'm just going to put it false. Now, right here is the lobby. We want the server or proxy on, let's see, we're wanting it on 25565. So the lobby will be on 25566. Yeah. The query port does not matter. Setting this to lobby for the forced host. The query doesn't really matter. It doesn't really require anything. You could just leave that off. Make sure online mode is true. Max player, we're just going to set this to that. That's a lot. So you're going to make sure this is set to true as well. This is IP forwarding. Network, compression threshold, let's see. We're going to set this to 6,000. That way so you ain't really lagging. Connection throttle limit, we're just going to leave that how it is. And this determines if you can see the pings. So I'm just going to disable that. You know what, actually for this video, we'll just leave it true. Let's see. That is about it, I believe. Oh no, wait a minute, we gotta change the port for the server. Here it is. I want to set this to 25565. Gonna save it, close it. We're gonna go to lobby. We're gonna go to server properties. I'm gonna type in online mode equals false. Server port equals 25566. Let's see. That's all you need to do for now. Start the server back up again. gonna take a minute to load the libraries as it creates all the files. Here we are. Just gonna close that now. You're gonna want to go to the bucket.yml first, and you're wanting to make sure the connection throttle is -1, because the bungee will take over the connection throttle, and if this is set to something like 4,000 by default, you'll have a little bit of problems. Basically, you won't be able to connect to the server from bungee. For this, you're just going to want to set this to false, because if you end up enabling query, you don't want people to see your plugins. Just going to save that. And then we're going to go to the spigot.yml. We're going to go to bungee cord. So that's true. Let's see. This is where you can change all the messages on the server. Just gonna save it. Now we're just gonna start this up. We're gonna put this over here so we can tell the difference. We're gonna go to the network bat. Just gonna minimize that, and we're actually gonna pull up Minecraft. So if you're wondering about this, I was installing Windows just to test some things. Next time I do a video, it will be on a Windows 10, because I'm gonna be upgrading my computer big time. So I already got all my files backed up. So it prepares the spawn area, and the listening port is correct. We're going to minimize this because let's see, I already have this port forwarded, so the server's actually live right now. So there you go, server's done. Just going to launch Minecraft now. And also, this lag problem will be fixed soon enough. I'm getting an 8 gig RAM chip, which is about, see, a RAM chip holds about 4 gigabytes. I'm getting 2 RAM chips. And a new hard drive that's about 500 gigabytes, so I think this will work. Just gonna start up Minecraft now. And after we do that, we're going to go ahead and just go onto the server. And then after I show you how to go on to this, make sure all this is working, we are actually going to port forward the server in this one video. And also create a domain for the server as well. And make it where you're able to connect. But in order for you to connect from the domain, you would have to make sure your port is 25565. Or not the port, sorry. I got sidetracked by my sister. You'd have to make sure your gateway is 192.168.0.1.